Assalamu alaikum, bonjour everybody. This morning, Thursday, June 8th, I am near Sea of Galilee in Palestine, and I was doing some research, I was reading up, and I found out that I was literally 18-20 minutes away further north of Sea of Galilee, very close to a little town where Prophet Issa AS, so Jesus, gave his first sermon as a prophet. पहला खुतबा उन्होंने जो दिया नबूवत मिलने के बाद. So that town is actually called Capernaum. I'm sorry, मेरी pronunciation, I'm not sure if I'm getting it right. Is the town of Jesus, Hazrat Isa AS. So of course, the Christians of today, they built a church around it. But there are still some ruins there, which I'm going to take you to and show you. A little town next to the Sea of Galilee, which I'm going to talk about more in detail in a bit. But let me just walk you through here first. Some remains of that time. I'll very quickly show you the remains of the city of Jesus, Hazrat Isa AS ki. You need to stop to buy a ticket before getting into these premises. I'm not sure how much. My husband took care of that. As we can see some structure of that time. And Hazrat Isa AS, Prophet, Jesus, came exactly 580 years before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just to give you a brief glance of the courtyard of today, of course, but what we see is basically the town of Hazrat Isa AS. As I said, ये हजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से exactly 580 साल पहले आए थे. So roughly आज से आप लगा लें 2000 साल पहले की बात है ये, give or take. And this, what you see in the background, is the Sea of Galilee. So as I said, ये हज़रत ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम का पहला खुतबा था नबूवत मिलने के बाद. And there were roughly 5,000 people who attended his khutbah, which back in the day was a huge number of people, right? क्योंकि जब उस वक़्त ही पूरी दुनिया की आबादी 10 से 15 करोड़ थी. Sorry for the interruption. There was a big crowd and I wanted to find a slightly quiet place. Before I continue, I just want you to quickly have a look at the city of Jesus, Hazrat Isa AS की city जी, शहर उनका जो उसके remains रह गए हैं, roughly 2000 साल पहले की बात है ये. And I think they have tried to sort of indicate the sermon that Prophet Isa AS gave. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but there is no signage around, or at least the one that I can read or understand, that says so, but that's just my guess. And I believe with the cross here could be an indication of that. He did that, and we see the benches around, so maybe वो एक idea देने के लिए, facing the Sea of Galilee. It's been hard finding a quiet spot with a lot of tourists around. So as I was saying, there were only 5,000, well, I say only, but back in the time that was a huge number. So 5,000 people who came for his first sermon as a prophet. तो पहले खुतबे के लिए he had तकरीबन 5,000 लोग आए थे, और तब उस वक़्त पूरी दुनिया की एक रफ़ जो एक एस्टिमेट है आबादी ही 10 से 15 करोड़ थी. सो अगर आप उससे कंपेयर करो तो बहुत ही लाइक इट वाज अ ह्यूज लाइक क्राउड दैट ही हैड. So at that time there were roughly between 10 to 15 million of that was the world population. That's a very rough estimate, but imagine out of the 10-15 million people, 5,000 were here, you know, supporting Jesus, supporting Hazrat Issa AS. So, and then another miracle that is associated, I mean, there are many miracles associated with Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, but one of them is regarding, you know, when he came to give the sermon, he had one fish and one loaf of bread. So जब वो sermon देने आए, खुतबा देने आए, तो उनके पास एक मछली थी और एक थोड़ी सी ब्रेड थी, डबो रोटी कह लो, जो भी उस ज़माने की होगी. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ने देखें कितनी बरकत डाली. He was able to feed those 5,000 people with that one fish and one loaf of bread. कि अल्लाह ताला का एक मौजज़ा देखे कि अल्लाह ताला ने उस मछली में और उस ब्रेड में कितनी बरकत डाली कि हज़रत ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम ने अपने जितने भी वो 5,000 लोग आए थे उन सारों को खाना खिलाया. So that was one of the many, as I said, miracles of the time. और ये जो सी ऑफ गलीली है ना, ये वही that's the same water जिस पे हज़रत ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम walked. वो जब आप चले थे, you know, as I said, it's one of the many miracles. I mean, many miracles are associated with all the Rasul, but for this particular one, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, he walked on these waters. He actually walked. Ab mere paas, I don't know which exact spot it was back in the day, but it was somewhere here. Who knows? He might have like walked all the way to the other side, right? So, ये सारा तो फ़लस्तीन/इज़राइल है. So is this Sea of Galilee के उस साइड पे. लेकिन इतनी fog है इस वक्त, it's so overcast, it's hard for me to see really beyond that. And another miracle that happened here was how Hazrat Isa alayhi salam gave life to dead people. कि एक और मौजज़ा जो था हज़रत ईसा अलैहि सलाम का कि जो ऑलरेडी मरे हुए हैं लोग, जो मुर्दा हैं, उनमें जान डालनी. There was one particular sentence, words he used, which I won't be able to remember, but basically say, you know, कि अल्लाह के हुक्म से जाग जाओ, by the order of Allah, be alive, or something of the sort. But I can hear the mess in the background coming from the church. There's a mess going on, but it's beautiful. So with this, that's all I can remember. All my notes from Sea of Galilee and the city of Jesus. It was relatively easy to get here. It was, as I said, 20 minutes drive from where I was staying to Beres. I was staying somewhere over there. So it was just a very pleasant drive along the coast. And now I'm heading to Jerusalem, inshallah, today. Oh, I cannot wait to go and pray in Masjid Aqsa. Please pray everybody कि ये रास्ता आसान हो मेरे लिए. हमें हमारे यहूदी भाई रोके ना और जाने दें उन तमाम जगहों पे जहाँ मेरे प्यारे नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने अपने कदम रखे. उस ज़मीन को मुझे चूमने का मौका मिले जिस पे मेरे नबी चले. And with this, I will see you very soon. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.